Hi everybody. In today's video, I'm going to talk about what to do when the world feels overwhelming, noisy, and unstable, and you feel like you're spinning or stuck because of it. I'm not here to tell you to ignore what's happening around you or to just think positive. I want to show you how to find your ground again, how to become that island of stability so that you can stop just reacting to whatever's going on around you, stay in your lane, and take clear, grounded action in your own life instead. I'm a leadership, team building, and personal development coach, and over the past several years, I've worked with people who, like you, care deeply about their lives and their work and their people, and who often feel stuck, not because they don't care enough to find it in them to move forward, but because they care so much. And I've had to live this myself, navigating big life changes and uncertainty, and learning that clarity for me doesn't come from having it all figured out or having the entire plan laid out before me, but from taking grounded, continuous grounded action once I've centered myself. And I'm noticing that more and more people seem to be stepping out of their hamster wheel lives. It's like a curtain has been pulled way back. And once you see yourself as a cog in a machine that you want nothing to do with, it's hard to unsee it. And if you're watching a video like this, it tells me something important about you. It tells me that there's a strong part of you that refuses to collapse into despair and helplessness. You already know you can't go back, and you're not looking to be comforted by how bad things are around you. You're looking for how to move forward in a way that's grounded, stable, and above all, true. And there's this quote that I've come back to over the years again and again, especially in times like these, and I'd like to share it with you. It goes like this. When a system is far from equilibrium, small islands of coherence in a sea of chaos have the capacity to lift the entire system to a higher order. When things are unstable, the most powerful thing isn't control, it's coherence. And that coherence doesn't come from the outside. It starts with one person getting steady on the inside. So let's talk about what that actually looks like in practice. First, let's talk about what coherence is and what it isn't. Coherence means your thoughts, your emotions, your values, and your actions are all in alignment and working together. When you're coherent, you know what matters, you're focused, your attention isn't scattered, and your actions match your values. It's that inner alignment that allows for you to move and act steadily and effectively on the outside. And what coherence isn't, it's not about being zen and calm all the time, ignoring reality, or posturing and pretending that you have it all figured out. You can feel uncertainty and still be coherent. You can feel the chaos around you and still choose to act from your center. You'll recognize coherence in your everyday life when you take decisions without over-explaining yourself, when you take steps without needing certainty, when you're steady even in noise, and when you follow through instead of abandoning things halfway. Coherence happens when you're centered enough to act clearly, even in uncertainty. That brings me to my second point, finding your center. How do you do that? To do this, you need to carve out time and space to pull your attention inwards, mentally, emotionally, and also physically. Start by connecting to your values and the things that truly drive you, those things that really light you up, those things that you're always willing to work for, to defend, to fight for, those things that you really appreciate and cherish. These are your mind, body, and soul yeses, um, your true priorities. And write these things down. Don't underestimate the power of putting these things into writing. In fact, I've created a short structured workshop called Drop In that guides you through exactly this sort of reflection. And if you'd like to check it out, I'll put it in the comments below. It helps you get clear on your values, your strengths, and your next best steps. And although these focused reflections are important, centering isn't just mental, it's also very much physical. Your center lives in your body, and it's important for you to get a sense of what that actually feels like for you. That grounded, steady place that you can return to when life pulls you off balance, as it will, as it definitely will. And pulling your attention inward isn't a one-time or once in a blue moon reflection. It's a practice. The more you reconnect with what matters to you, mentally, emotionally, and physically, the more easily you'll be able to act coherently in your life. Because really, you don't pull your attention inward, find center, and stay centered for life. That would be pretty weird. Um, like I said, life will pull you off center and you need to respond to things. The skill is learning to return to your center again and again and move from there. I call this skill dropping in. And dropping in is a habit. And just like any other habit, it gets stronger the more you practice it. Over time, it becomes an autopilot way of being. In my one-to-one work with people, we create tailored practices, tailored because everybody is so unique, so it has to be tailored. These practices are mental, embodied, and also relational. They make dropping in something you actually do in your day-to-day life. Think of it like an exercise rep for inner stability. Each time you return to your center, you build muscle memory for clarity, alignment, and steady action. And it doesn't have to be complicated. It can be really simple. For example, one of my clients, he would take 2 deep breaths and straighten himself every time he would walk through a doorway. Um, another client of mine would pause for a moment before getting out of her car when she was going to a meeting or anything, even the grocery store. Just like pause for a moment, center herself, and then calmly leave the car. So it can be as simple as checking in with yourself before you start your next task or pick up your phone. And you're taking a moment to notice how you're doing and remind yourself of your true priorities. And the more you do it, the more second nature it becomes. So these small repeated actions are the practices that strengthen your ability to drop in no matter what's going on around you. So we start with low stakes situations, but eventually that will be a muscle memory habit that will come into play when you most need it in higher stakes situations. So over time, it becomes second nature, a way of staying centered even when life is pulling you in all sorts of different directions. And in my work with people, we go even deeper, creating tailored practices that fit their unique lives and their goals. And if you're curious about what a program like that would look like, I'll link some info in the box below. And for something a bit more bite-sized, structured, and self-paced, you might really enjoy my 2-hour drop-in workshop. It's designed to help you sit with yourself, reflect, and gain clarity about your next best steps. You'll get video lessons, audio guides, and a downloadable workbook, all in a training portal for easy access. So check it out in the box below. When you become more centered and more coherent, it doesn't just change how you feel, it also has this ripple effect. It ripples out into your relationships, your team, and really any space you move through. So this work really matters. It's a gift to yourself, and it's also a gift to everybody around you, all the people in your life. No one can do this for you. So my invitation to you is simple. Draw your attention inward. Fortify those inner pillars. Be that small island of stability, of coherence in the sea of chaos. Start with you, and I'll be doing the same. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. And you might want to check out this video next, Criticized by Creating, all about encouraging and reminding you of your agency and your ability to create.